go. Let's get ready, so.
Sit down, kids, and strap on in. Detention span is about to begin. Kirby's at the desk, bringing the heat. The boys on the couch are never taking defeat. We're gonna bet it all on the money line. Detention span is in session tonight. Tell me what you think. Should I take a party? If this all you gotta drink, hey, let's just get started. We're getting yards on the ground, defense is playing tight. Detention span is in session tonight.
Where is my pen? What's up, class? On tonight's episode of Detention Span, we're recapping the NFL divisional round. We're going to bask a little bit in the Seahawks' glory. The Indiana Hoosiers are national champions. And, of course, we got some Ask the Class questions, and we're going to end it out with our Big Mike of the Week. So, strap on in. Let's go. How you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. I got the Lakers-Nuggets game on, and the Lakers have come back from a 20-point deficit, but that's not the point. The main point is the Indiana Hoosiers are national champions. I literally paid all this money for a soundboard. I have the applause on the soundboard, but I have it over there by the computer, so I can't even hit it. Should I get up and go give Indiana the applause? I hope it's the applause one, so I'm not sure which button it is. I'm going to get up and hopefully go hit the applause button, and I'll find out if I hit that right at some point. So the Indiana Hoosiers are national champions.
Bang, bang, Niner
I
gang.
don't know which one that was, though. That could have been a bang, bang Niner gang that Eli said, or it could be the applause that we were wanting. We got Big Zoe joining me in the class. Thank you, Zoe, for coming. The way you have been barking at the Amazon men and anybody who comes to the door, whoever brings anybody DoorDash, you get detention. You have been unreal, Zoe. You've been kind of scolding hot to everybody for some reason, but you're nice and sweet to me, so that's all that matters. But Indiana, what a game. Man, this was an awesome national championship. This was just won in the trenches. And it was one down on the field in Miami. This was awesome, man. I had an awesome time watching this game. I hurt my neck a little, so my brothers came over. They moved a nice chair into the gambling cave for me. It's a zero gravity chair. Was able to sit back a little, kind of elevate, basically get put into zero gravity, and just sit back and watch the national championship for 3 hours and watch Mendoza clarify that he deserves to be the number one pick. We can get into the maybe Lamar trade rumors to the Raiders later. But this game started with kind of both teams having multiple 3-and-outs. You know, the defenses were just kind of feeling each other out. You know, it was kind of, like I said, a back and forth 3-and-out. And then Indiana, they finally got the drive going. I want to say... let's see what we got here. It was kind of... I'm trying to see what the score was. I know they went up 3-0 even after Mendoza kind of got bloodied up by the Miami front. Mesidor and Bain, man. And then number 99, he was giving them hell. I'm trying not to cuss or drop a fuck bomb until the first 5 minutes, but it seems that I already failed to do that. But Omar Cooper, it seemed like he was able to kind of get these drives going for Mendoza. You know, they were able to kind of hit the short stuff with Cooper and Surratt on the comeback routes close to the sideline. They were able to kind of, you know, punch him in the gut style, just take him down the field, kind of wear him out. And Hemby and Black were an amazing combo tonight. They picked up some some awesome third downs by running the ball, some awesome third and shorts. I mean, they were hitting Mendoza hard, man. He got decked a couple times in this first half, and I believe Indiana ended up going up 3-0. I believe they kicked a field goal, went up 3-0 before they went up 10. Miami struggled. They had another 3-and-out. But no, Ruben Bain, he's a monster. Him and Mesidor proved why they're two number one first round picks this year. But Kayvon Black, he had huge third down runs. I honestly don't know why they didn't run him primarily over Hemby. It seemed like Black had the hot hand all night. I don't know why they kind of ran the running back by committee. He played amazing. Hemby had some good runs in there. But Miami, they really struggled for this first half. I mean, they had 4 straight 3-and-outs. They couldn't get anything going. Let's see. Indiana, they did have that dope fullback dive. That's right. I do remember. That's how they went up 10-0. Now we remember. So they went up 10-0. I believe they was that the drive where they had the multiple fourth downs. You remember that, right, Zoe? I don't think so. But I know they completed a couple third and shorts. They were able to move the ball down. I believe that was a 4th and goal on that tight end or on that fullback dive. But nonetheless, it was pretty cool to see how they dominated that first half. I believe they went into half. Let me look. I believe it was 10-3. Let's see here. Let's pull it up. Had a producer to pull this up, but he's not here, so let me multitask real quick. Of course, for the bowl season, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. It's like, just put that one at the top. All right, at the box score, let's see. We had, it was a 10-0 game going into half. Indiana ended up going up 17-7 by the time the third quarter ended. I thought it was, I don't know. I didn't really agree with the time management by Signetti. In the second half, they burned 2 timeouts early on in the third quarter and had 1, I believe, left in the fourth, which made them have to go for it multiple times on the crazy Mendoza run drive. But, I mean, those were some gutsy calls to go for it on fourth down twice to kind of be like, hey, like a field goal, we know Miami can go down the field and they can score. They can put up a touchdown. We got to put them away. We got to put up as many points as we can. I mean, Indiana, they're usually good for 30, and they got 27, so it was pretty close. But Mark Fletcher, he came back. He answered with a huge 54-yard run to the crib. And then it all kind of felt like it was going to be Indiana when they had the block punt, and Indiana ends up going up 17-7 after the block point. They literally doinked the PAT in after that. That's how I knew they were going to win. You just don't. Every time you're doinking PATs in, you're going to win that game. It's just an unwritten rule in football. The football gods they just want you to win that day for some reason. But I don't know. I thought that was a stupid swing punt on the goal line. When you're doing a swing punt and you're running that motherfucker on the goal line, you already got dudes running out the fucking gate coming to get that guy, coming to make a play. You're already condensed in how far your punter's back in the end zone. You basically, instead of having 14 yards, you maybe have 10 to 12 to work with. But yeah, no, they had an amazing block punt there. That's when it kind of felt like Indiana was taking full control. But Miami, like I said, they answer back. Mendoza, though, I think the biggest moment of the game was his 4th and 5 run for a touchdown. It was a pretty crazy individual effort on that run, man. I mean, you could multiple times I thought he was down, probably 3 times. Then he sticks the landing, pivots off his foot, and dives in the end zone. You see that in movies. You see that in the comebacks. I mean, it's crazy. You gotta go watch that movie, The Comebacks. He literally gets hit and he twirls for an hour. But that was an awesome play. And just when you think that's the ceiling moment of the game, Miami answers back. They come and score, and they make it real interesting. And then they end up getting the stop, getting the ball back, or force Indiana to kick a field goal. That's where I kind of thought the clock management was a little, I don't know what happened there. They just weren't able to convert for the first down. Next thing you know, Carson Beck has the ball with a chance to go score a touchdown and win a national championship. And, they marched down a little bit. They got it to about the 40, 30-yard line, got up, got close to the 50, took the deep shot on the sideline, and, the rest was history. Indiana picks them off, and they were able to hold them off and win a national championship. First ever national championship for the school. That's pretty crazy. I don't think. I mean, they opened the year, I believe, 100-1. I believe. I mean, quote. I mean, I'm pretty sure 100-1. So that's pretty awesome. Couldn't be happier for Mendoza. I think this solidifies him being the number one pick. I think you got to green light that. Um, but contrary to that, I think Miami played a phenomenal game. They played till the end, and they had a shot at the end, and unfortunately the ball was just a little underthrown. But they played a hell of a game. It was an awesome national championship. It was a lot of fun to watch. I know some people were mad with kind of the what is it? Kind of all the spectacles that are involved with the national championship. They said it kind of fell short of that. Was kind of dull and kind of how the pageantry was presented. So I thought it was cool. I mean, I'm not looking for them to go. It's not the Super Bowl. It's the national championship. It's a Monday night. It just had to work. Let's calm down a little bit. Give me a nice, chill, easy game, which they did, man. I think it was an all-time classic. But yeah, no, that was fun. I really curious to see how Kurt Signetti does next year. How I know they have the TCU quarterback coming in. They're probably going to lose a few guys to the draft. But I mean, 16-0, man, you got to put them up there as one of the greatest college teams ever. I think any undefeated college team you got to put up there in that pedigree. They're just, they're in that the upper echelon of just being in a different threshold with everybody. They're the best squads. When you go undefeated and win a national championship, you're one of the best squads of all time. So I mean, they kind of they etched their name in history. And Kurt Signetti, man, Google him. All he does is win. It's pretty fucking crazy. That dude's awesome. What I loved what he said at the end in his presser. He's done a lot of jobs where he's been the lower man on the totem pole, and everywhere he's been, he said, "Hey, you know what? Everywhere I've been, I just keep my nose down and I get to work and I improve, and anything's possible, and you'll be able to kind of achieve anything with that mindset." And I just thought that was cool because I totally. Not verbatim, but I definitely live my life that way. My dad always said keep your nose down, so that really resonated with me. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm really happy for Kirk Cinetti. I'm really happy for Indiana. Miami, we'll see what they can do. I believe there were rumors, or maybe they got the Duke quarterback. I don't know if I saw that as a rumor or if I saw that it happened. There's just a lot of shit going on right now. And, with the Hawks maybe being in the Super Bowl, I've been a little captivated by that. So, kind of been tangled up in a few different things. But, yeah, congrats to Indiana. And, yeah, let's move over to some NFL recap. Okay. This was a crazy weekend. I didn't think... Okay, let's not start with the Seahawks game. Well, let's start in chronicle, or Zoe, what's the word? You might have gave me a stoke before this. Chronological order. I think we should start because there's a lot of things we need to talk about with the Bills and what happened there, and then obviously the news with Bo Nix and the Broncos. But what a great weekend. I think we streamed most games all weekend. I don't know. We didn't really stream Sunday, but shout out to the class for anyone who tuned into the stream. Were you there, Zoe? Yep. Okay. And no, that was fun. But like I said, crazy weekend. Started out in Denver. Biggest story from the game: Bo Nix breaks his ankle on the knee down on the second to last play of the game. And Sean Payton later in the press, he said, "Hey, watch out! We got Jared Stidham. Just watch out." Well, I think you need to watch out, Sean Payton, because you guys are about to get railed by the New England Patriots. This is, I believe, the first time a quarterback has started his first start being a playoff game since 1950. And Jared Stidham, I believe, is 0-3 in his last 3 games. And the Patriots, I don't even think we need to see this game played. I think the Broncos defense is going to put up a fight for a quarter and a half, and then New England's just going to they're just gonna gas him. They're just gonna keep taking it, letting him up, taking him down, letting him up, taking him down, letting him up, taking him down. They're gonna punch him. They're gonna run all over him. They have a nasty tandem, and they can get it. Drake May loves to sling it, but as much as he loves to sling it, they got a nasty tandem in that backfield who's hard to bring down. So do we really need to watch this game? I mean, I'm predicting a 33 to 14, 33 to 10 game, maybe 42 to 10. I don't know. I think the Patriots run rampant all over them, and we all know what the main event is this weekend. That's why I'm wearing my Rocky 4 jacket right now. I was out training. If Sam Darnold and my Hawks are putting in work, so am I. I went out and hit a few miles. That's why, so I had to put my Rocky 4 coat on. I might have been squatting some logs. You don't know. No one saw me work out. So as far as you know, I was squatting literal tree trunk logs out there. They might have looked like branches, but I was squatting some type of wood. Pause, Zoe. Anyway, what a huge loss for Bo Nix, man. I feel so bad for them because that was going to be a great game. What's even crazier is how we're potentially going to get a guaranteed Super Bowl rematch either way. Just kind of weird how good organizations always end up prevailing and being relevant every 5 to 10 years. So that's pretty cool. But that would have been an awesome game. That sucks for Bo Nix because the Broncos they played a great game against the Bills. I'm not going to take any credit away from the Broncos. They played that game awesome. The Bills, I think. This is why Sean McDermott, I believe, got fired. I think he went and said, hey, we got no fucking receivers. We got no true number one, and we got maybe the number one quarterback. So what are we doing here when you're not giving this guy the proper weapons? Look how that ended in Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you go get rid of Devontae, all the stuff happens with that. I mean, yes, Devontae kind of followed him around back to New York, but that's not the point. They're not getting him any solid receivers. I think a better comparison would be him and Justin Herbert. Him and Justin Herbert have a bunch of twos, and it's hard to. Let's look back at the past 5 Super Bowls. I'm going to tell you if they've had a number one either tight end or a receiver, because if you haven't, I'm going to say right now there's no way in fucking hell you have won a Super Bowl. Eagles, yeah, they got 2 of them. Chiefs, yeah, they got Kelsey. I believe Chiefs again. Kelsey. The Rams, they had Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, superstar receiver, was Triple Crown that year. Year before that, when the 40, I guess you could even argue with the Niners going, they had Debo, Ayuk. I'm trying to think who went in between that I'm tweaking on right now. Because I feel like the Chiefs and the Eagles have been the only 2 teams in the Super Bowl for the past 10 years right now, or past 5 years. Eagles, Niners, and Chiefs have just flooded the Super Bowl. It's just, I'm trying to see if I can remember the games in between. Yeah, the Rams. I guess the point I'm trying to make is you need a number one to be in that game. Like I said, Chiefs, Eagles, they had the number one. Chiefs, Niners had the number one. Chiefs, God, it's so much Chiefs, Eagles talk. Chiefs, Eagles, number one. And then Bengals, Rams. Bengals, 2 number ones. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Rams, Cooper Kupp. Great tight ends, Sean McVay. So Buffalo is missing that, okay? You got to go help Josh Allen out, man. I mean, he's done everything this year. He's had to do everything for you to win. And I think you need to maybe build one less restaurant in that new stadium and go buy a brand new receiver for your boy and help him out, because you guys are on the cusp of it. But while I was watching the national championship preview, I had a light bulb moment kind of just went off in my head, and I think I know how to solve the purgatory you Bills fans are in. So listen to me, okay? You guys have always had coaches who have been on the cusp, who have maybe got there. You've been on the cusp of winning. Yes, there might be an undoable hex bestowed upon you that some witch put on. I don't know. I'm still Peyton Manning's trying to help, okay? If Peyton Manning can't do it, I can't do anything about it. But I can help you with this word of advice. So you've always had these coaches who are on the cusp of, winning a championship and whatnot, why don't you go out and get somebody who's won a championship? Why don't you get somebody who has that championship pedigree and deliver him to Josh Allen? Bring him to the light. And there's one man who I think Buffalo could open the checkbook up for, and I think it would be real interesting. And I think there's a real shot at redemption for this guy. And that would be Bill Belichick. I think Bill Belichick should be the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Can you imagine what Bill Belichick would do to this team? He would just come in and he would install his championship pedigree, and it would elevate this Bills team to at least getting over the hump and finally being in a Super Bowl. What are you doing, Zoe? You're distracting me. Are you like moving the blanket around? Are you dancing? Are you like snapping the blanket like it's a football? You got to do what you got to do. But Zoe, I think Bill Belichick is the answer here. I think that would be huge. I mean, you have a huge rivalry going on with New England. New England's going to be in the Super Bowl, okay? You thought you were big brother of this division. No, big brother just moved back into the house, okay? He's back home, and mom's cooking dinner for him every night, and she's cooking a big old steak for him. The Patriots are back. Do I hate that? No, I want the revenge. Yes, I kind of hate how much success they had, but I envy it. I'm jealous. I mean, you hate what you don't have sometimes. But you gotta go and you gotta make a huge splash and bring in someone who can get you from being that fringe Super Bowl contender to actually being a Super Bowl champion. And I think it's a great redemption arc for Bill Belichick. I think Jordan has a lot of cool things to do around the new stadium. I think you just kind of let her maybe run the new stadium. She maybe can be the new stadium manager and just run all the stores and food places. I mean, that'd be kind of funny to imagine her getting on some fucking 16-year-old who's frying chicken tenders for a football fundraiser in the back, just frying up fish and chips, just her getting on his ass, just, hey, we got to get this out, we got to pump it out. Just, that would be kind of funny, seeing her do that, just kind of what's the word? Not fucking. She would not be mitigating. What's Zoe? Can you help me out? What's the word where you're just being, real picky and not manipulative? I can't think of the word right now. This is fucking pissing me off. This is why it helps to podcast with other people sometimes, because they could tell you the word you're looking for is. Wow. Yeah, what a blank. What a blank. Anyway, she could run that shit. That's all that fucking matters. And Buffalo, I'm going to be thinking of this word for the next 10 minutes, by the way. But Buffalo, man, I feel for you. Not good seeing your quarterback cry at the stand afterwards, especially after getting all the sinners jokes online. It's rough, man. Let's be nice to the boy Josh Allen, okay? I don't think I could ever date an actress because that would be crazy to deal with. Nor less do I think I could land one. I don't think that's possible, really. But hey, a boy can dream. Why not? And a boy can also think of a word that he can't forget, because it's really starting to piss me off. I want to say multitask and manipulate. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, and I'm not going to be able to get into my Hawks illustrious beatdown on the San Francisco 49ers if I can't remember it. But yeah, Buffalo sucks. I wish you the best of luck with Jared Stidham. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Like I said, I just think the New England's kind of a wagon right now, and I'm just glad they put the Los Angeles Rams coming to the Seattle Seahawks as the main event for Sunday night. And all I can say is my reputation and my livelihood and the possible future of my life is on the line. Excuse me. This weekend. And I'm talking where either the biggest curse in my life gets reversed, where if you don't know, once the Super Bowl pick happened, I think you could see the stock decline in my life. And it's been on a slow trajectory on its way up, but hasn't been nowhere the same since my 2013 championship win. But to rewrite history and have a chance of playing the Patriots again and rewriting that wrong, it's really made the game this weekend the biggest game of my life, and I couldn't be more excited. These two teams, where did I see? I believe they played, obviously have played twice this year. I want to say the Rams have scored a total of 58 points, and the Seattle Seahawks have scored a total of 57 points. I want to say the Rams have scored 7 touchdowns, and the Seahawks have scored 5. And these two teams, every time they get together, it's just the closest matchup you can possibly imagine. I imagine that's what it's going to be, unless we get a little Seahawk magic like we got last weekend. I think I'm gearing up for a war, but there's potential if the Seahawks win. I might find love this year. I could have kids at some point in my life potentially. Who knows? This show could get over 100 views on YouTube. I mean, the possibilities are endless on the great things that this could bring me. And if I lose, I'm ruined. I go back in the woodshed and cry, and I can't do that. I can't lose right now. I saw my brother go through it last weekend with the Bears, and to see his heart broken, it broke my heart, and then it potentially broke my future self's heart, because I'm like, I don't want to see my future self get my heart broken. Like, that makes me sad. So Rams, just know Seattle's playing for a lot this year. I really wish my dad was alive to see this Seahawks team. I've been going to Seahawks games since I was 6-7 years old, and my dad had an awesome he had awesome seats there, and he always hooked his friends up and brought all his friends and family to the games, and it's always been such a cool family environment for me. And it's really cool seeing this team, who I knew had the potential of being in this game, being in the Super Bowl, winning it all. It's really cool to see that come to life, and what's the word for it? Come to fold? I don't know. Zoe, you're not queuing me up here. You're doing a terrible job at producing, but that's okay. I still love you. I don't even know where you're at. Are you on the ground? She's on the ground chilling. Got a brand new couch over there. She'd rather sit on the ground. But I really wish that me and my dad could have watched these games this year, and I can't help but think he's up there helping out. I think he's a special teams football god, because some kicks, when I've needed some kicks to drift a certain way, they have, or certain things to bounce a certain way, they have, and I attribute that to him. But no, I'm really excited for this game. I'm really happy the Seahawks are back in the NFC Championship. They're undefeated at home, never lost an NFC Championship at home, and for a reason, man. The 12s are back, and I know about 28 Rams fans in total throughout the whole country. I know none of them are going to be in Seattle this weekend. I know it's going to be all 12s. What I do suggest, Seattle, please hand everybody out the 12 flags. That looks so cool, that one Monday night game against the Texans where we railed them. Can we please get the 12 flags back in the stand, where everybody's kind of got, they got the little pole and the 12 flag on it, and everyone's waving the flag. I mean, that's as good as the Pittsburgh, that's as good as the rally towel, man, or as the terrible towel. Come on, it's a layup. We got to do that. We got to bring that energy. If that stadium's rocking for that team, our team feeds off of that. We got to destroy these motherfuckers. Or Puka might go for 350 and Devontae for 160. You never know. We got to put a stop to it. So Dark Side, hey man, fits the theme of the red classroom, all the red lighting. We're evil this weekend. Be evil. Go fucking attack these boys. I mean, do we even got to... The Niners game was crazy. I'm not going to rag on the Niners. The Niners had a lot of hurt players. I'm not going to sit here and laugh at them. They did want the smoke. They did say they were Super Bowl contenders after beating the Eagles, which they were. Let them think that. They just beat the returning champs. But you ran into a buzzsaw, and a division matchup is always a tough out for anybody. And Seattle's just hot right now. And unfortunately, like I said, you... just ran into a tough matchup, so San Fran, go get healthy next year. Purdy, he's a stud, man. Love Purdy. Got nothing but good things to say about Purdy. Purdy helped Sam Darnold in his career. Sam Darnold has said so. Him and Purdy are boys. Purdy said, "Hey, man, go win it all." I got nothing but respect for Purdy, and he's a guy who's been there and has played for championships. So that was awesome to see. But yeah, man, I'm really excited. I'm nervous for. Fuck, did I just say I'm nervous? Even though when I said I didn't think I was, when I said I wasn't nervous, I just accidentally admitted that I'm maybe admittedly nervous. Maybe I am, but that's okay. I got nervous before every football game, wrestling match, everything I was a part of growing up. You know, it's good to get the nerves. It means you're feeling something, feeling the juice. So, Seattle, good luck this weekend. I'm with you. I'm with you, my brothers. I fucking love you guys. And if we lose, yeah, my life's probably cooked. Yeah, I don't know. So basically, I have a WWE style. I'm putting my career on the line. I'm basically the Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, putting my career on the line against Shawn Michaels. Or wait, was that 26? Actually, let's reverse that. I'm Shawn Michaels putting my career on the line, WrestleMania 26 style, against The Undertaker. The Rams are The Undertaker. That's the team that doesn't go away. We'll be the sexy boy Seahawks, Shawn Michaels. But that's not good, though, because he lost at WrestleMania. So maybe I got to think of a different career versus legacy match. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we want to... Yeah, maybe I screwed us. Yeah, maybe we do want to be The Undertaker. Anyway, we're going to have a brawl Saturday night, so Rams, or Sunday night. You better fucking bring it. That's Sunday. Patriots, Texans. I don't know how the Texans managed to... how do you throw 5 picks and you're still and still manage to be in a game? I don't understand that. Stroud, I don't think he should be replaced. I'm seeing a lot of people call for his job. I don't think Stroud's bad at all. I think his wide receivers, I mean, obviously he lost one of his good targets, Tank Dell. He didn't even play this year. Then you go ahead and you lose Nico Collins to a concussion. That was huge. He became a top 10 receiver in the league this year, and he was absent for that game. And I mean, the Patriots D-line, they got after his ass. I mean, he was getting flustered. A lot of the picks were him getting his arm jammed up off the throw, getting hit, getting tipped, swatted. So this dude got abused. And the fact they were still in this game gives me concerns about the Patriots offense. That's why I don't think the Patriots can really put teams away. I don't think that offense is at that elite level of the Seahawks or Rams. I believe whoever the main event of Sunday night is going to win this game. And I'm okay. So your nose is creeping me out there. My mom just watched The Conjuring last night, and in our house, one of the doors got locked. And no one locked it, but it got locked from the inside. So I had to smash the doorknob off today. But some weird Conjuring stuff might be a brewing in the household. So I'm going to have to keep you guys updated on that. So that could be a potential slip in the making. I don't know what Zoe's doing, though. She's being a beast. But Stroud, I do think he needs to get his targets back. They need to get healthy. They need to get something going in the running game. Chubb, I think, is on his last lap or two of his career. And you know what, man? This team's made it to 3 divisional rounds. Cut the guy some slack. He's made it to 3 straight divisional rounds in his career. He's young. He's going to figure it out. A lot of these guys aren't even making the playoffs in their first year or two, okay? He's getting it done. They're handling business. They got a great coach. They're going to get better, okay? They're going to get healthier. That defense, I think we all know how nasty that defense is, okay? It's Seahawk level nasty. It's Super Bowl champion level nasty, and that's only going to get better. I got huge shout out to Will Anderson. This dude's a monster from a different galaxy in a different realm of a universe that we can't even find with the best telescope ever created. He's different. He's awesome to watch. Danielle Hunter, he's a beast. Such a beast. Those guys, man, they make it hell for any quarterback, and they kept their team in it. And I just think it comes down to the Texans wish they had the ball back, and I think they wish they were able to capitalize and score on those drives, and that's what they That's what they had to do to beat a New England team, man. Especially in that cold snow when it's kind of all flurry out and you're on turf. You got to be sharp. And the Patriots were just a lot sharper. And shout out to Mike Vrabel, man. Don't really love the Patriots. Won't see me rooting for them necessarily, but I'll root for Mike Vrabel any day. That guy's an awesome leader. He's getting it done. So great games. I'm really looking forward to those games this weekend. I'm gonna have to go Seahawks and I'm gonna have to go Patriots, obviously. So give me the redemption rematch to where I can change my life around, and maybe let's go over little gambling 101 before we get to some. Oh, we got another guest. We got speaking of Chubb, speaking of Nick Chubb, we got the Chubb, Big Zelda. What's up, baby dog? Okay, we can't be beefing on the show. This is not Dog Maury. All right, and Zelda's leaving. All that to come and talk shit to Zoe's face and leave. That's disrespect, though. I would not let her chew your bone later tonight. But let's go over a little gambling 101. Like I said, I don't encourage you to go out and gamble. I think the gambling is for the rich to have fun. So that's why I don't do it. Who knows? Maybe I am rich. Maybe I am doing it. But if I had to give you a couple picks, couple takes, here's the odds and here's what I like. Seattle money line and anything, take them. Seattle will win the Super Bowl. I believe that's plus 150 right now. That went down. Opened at 66 to 1. Unreal if you got him at 66 to 1. Kirby to get some ass, who wrote this, plus 775. Can't argue they didn't hit the line on the head, so kudos to you. And Sam Darnold to come on the show, plus 400. There's no bigger Sammy Emerald fan than me. Sammy, rest that oblique, my brother. Please, we need you healthy. We need the Emerald Bullet firing Sunday night. So get your rest, get your reps, get your treatment, and get ready to go. There's no one's a bigger Sam Darnold fan than me. There's no one. The Sam Darnold conversion therapy I went through before the season was like doing ayahuasca. It was eye-opening. It was unreal. It was one of the greatest spiritual experiences in my life. So, Sammy, let's go, baby. I'm all in. Go fucking tell these narrators to eat a big old fat one. Fucking do your thing. All right, let's go over to some Ask the Class questions. Ask the Class. This is a segment we do every week. If you got any Ask the Class questions, go ahead and comment them in the comment section on YouTube. Also, please like and subscribe. I know that sounds like a robotic saying. That's what everyone on YouTube says, so I'm just trying to get with the lingo. But do subscribe. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate when you guys also like. That does help out. But please watch and come hang out. But comment if you got any questions on anything. Entertainment to sports to life to work. Whatever you want to ask me, please comment. Let me know. I'd love to get to it. I read all the comments, so I appreciate the class. We got a few sent in to me this week. You can also follow us on Instagram. I post Ask the Class on our story, so look out for that. Hit us with the follow. Look out for the post, and you'll be able to send some questions in. I also find them that way. So let's get into some Ask the Class questions. Let's go. First one. Who is an under the radar QB in this year's draft class that I think will be a steal? Okay, that's a great question. Who do I think will be a steal in this year's draft class? I think the layup answer is Diego Pavia, right? I mean, I think we're all going to be excited to see him get in nonetheless. I honestly think if the UFL was smart, they would get a lot of these borderline maybe potential who could maybe start in the NFL guys, and they would pay them a lot more money to come play a season in their essentially minor league to come get film out and prove, oh, this guy can play. But I was doing some more research, and I honestly think Pavia can play at that level. He's athletic enough. He's as tough enough. The dude's a gamer. I think he left people wanting more. And I look for him to maybe be a third, fourth round pick and potentially be a steal. I think some fun landing spots could be in Arizona. Yes, they just got rid of a quarterback who was on the shorter side. I don't know. I think they go maybe veteran veteran alley on that decision. I think Arizona's an interesting spot. I think Miami's a very interesting spot with a guy like Jeff Halfley, who, I mean, yes, I heard he might be bringing in Malik Willis as well, so you never know there. But I think Miami could be a fun, interesting situation. You never know with the Jets. Someone's always got to go back up and play backup quarterback for the Jets. Can't believe you got rid of my Sammy. Thank you for getting rid of Sammy. All week I've just been replying to Vikings. I don't go off on Jets fans. I think they suffer enough for me to beef with them on Twitter. But Vikings fans, you threw away a guy who won 14 games. That's all my tweets. All my tweets are just shitting on someone who posted something about the Vikings or posted something negative about Sam Darnold leaving the Vikings. So, Viking fans, I kind of despise you. You guys you deserve all the losses coming your way. But you know what? I'm gonna take it back. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that right now. Take it back. No, actually, no, I'm not. Fuck you. I hate you guys. So, who do I think Pavi is a good answer there. Another guy that I like a lot is Carson Beck. I think he's going to be able to develop into a really good passer in this league. I think he's got a lot of zip on his ball. As he just underthrew a ball to lose the national championship, I would be the guy to say that. But Carson Beck I like. I don't like Ty Simpson. Pass on Ty Simpson. Big pass on Ty Simpson. Don't even think about Ty Simpson. Erase everything you have on Ty Simpson and get rid of it because he's Ty Simpson. He's terrible. So don't be fooled by him being the Bama quarterback. Those are probably the only two. I mean, obviously I love Mendoza. Happy Moore went back. I think another year of developing under Dan Lanning is huge for Moore. So, yeah, I guess I'll go with Pavi. Pavi's a fun answer. Unless I'm trying to think of some other quarterbacks who I know. Let's look it up. What quarterbacks are going to be in the draft this year? What quarterbacks are in the draft this year? Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. This is great producing and great podcasting by me. All right, here we go. So, that was the one that I was trying to think of. Trinidad Chambles. That could be a fun one. Okay, that dude really left me wanting more. So he could be a fun one. I could see him maybe going, like I said, to the Jets would be an awesome landing spot. The Dolphins, the Cardinals, and potentially maybe the Falcons. Falcons could be an interesting one. I don't know if they're too sold on Penix, but I like those guys. All right, second question sent in by the boy Josiah. Josiah, quick shout out. Go beat that dude's ass in your next fight. I got you, bro. Check out Josiah, Nordic Uso, up and coming fighter. What a beast. He always sends us in awesome UFC questions. He sent us, do I have Volk or Lopez coming up in the upcoming UFC card? Or he actually did ask, I did not write before, do I have Gaethje or Patty? That is also a great question. I'm rolling with Patty. Patty's in his prime right now. He's in good fucking shape. He's just young. It's a young man's game. I got Patty, and sucks Kayla Harrison had hurt her neck. I'm bummed that fight fell through. That sucks. Get better soon, Kayla. I want to see that fight. She's a fucking beast, and Amanda Nunes is a fucking beast. Let's go to Lopez Volk. I just watched this fight the other day. It was on TV actually. And I don't see how Volk loses this. I just think he's one of the featherweight goats for a reason. And Lopez, he is a top guy, but I don't know if he's in that championship threshold just yet. He can definitely get there. But I see Volk winning, and then I see him maybe fighting the one Russian dude, or Murphy. Murphy's a beast too, man. Murphy came in and just shut up the dude from Bellator. I'm blanking on his name, but he whooped him up good. Murphy's a savage. And the Russian dude I'm thinking of was the guy who beat Funkmaster, so he's also a great fighter. So there's some other options there with Volk to run that are interesting that we might see on Paramount. Crazy to see Paramount's kind of on the up and up. just remember all the good movies back in the day had the the cool, chill Paramount intro. But yeah, I got them. And here's another one from Josiah. In Islam's first title defense in his new weight class, do I think he's going to fight Prates or Morales? Now, that's an interesting question because both those guys are very deserving of getting that fight. But I think they're in line to a guy named Ian Gary. That's right. Remember the name, the future, the now. Ian Gary. He deserves that title fight, man. He's taken a lot of fights on short notice, and he's fought a lot of top 10 guys, and he's always willing to fight anybody. And I think he's way overdue for a title shot. And I think he's in front of those guys for sure. I think Morales is better than Prates, and I think Morales and Ian Gary is a super. I think that could be a pay-per-view main event in itself. Winner getting potentially Islam at the White House. Then again, that might have been a fight you should have already booked because, I mean, we're looking about 5.5 months till that card. So I don't know if the timing's going to be right on that. So I don't think that will happen. They're probably going to have to pick between Morales and Gary. But I like Ian Gary in that. Which QB do I trust more in the long haul? Drake May or CJ Stroud? Interesting question. Very, very interesting question. Because they kind of have two different career arcs going right now. You know, CJ Stroud kind of peaked, kind of like Asscoin when everybody bought it and bought in at the right time. It peaked at the top and everyone was like, it's gravy. We're all getting paid. This kid, you know, he's gonna be a winner. We got one, and now that stock's kind of slowly declined. While Drake May, in my opinion, kind of started on somewhat of a flat to a decline to maybe a gradual increase. Yeah, I took economics in community college for 1 year. Yeah, once 2 semesters. Then I quit going and lied to my parents and would just go and smoke weed in my car and take edibles and fucking and sleep in and watch Game of Thrones. That's literally all I did. That's why I flunked out of community college. For those 4 main reasons. I think Drake May has gotten the stock to the point where it is at the top right now. I mean, the dude's about to be in a Super Bowl. So these two guys, they've both been at the top. They've both been at the bottom. Right now, I think it would be tough not to say Drake May. He's been a little more consistent. But CJ Stroud, I'm not counting him out. He's a great athlete. I think he's a great quarterback. But I'm going to give the edge to Drake May right now. But good question. Good question. How many Rhea Ripleys could take the Kirbster down at once? I'd probably hope it was like a Scarface situation where they all just infiltrate and just surround me by like the hundreds. And it's just like 100 Rhea Ripleys and, you know, just let the chips fall as they may. All right. I think we got one more question. Does Marcus Freeman stay at Notre Dame? And if so, how long? I think if he wins a national championship there next year, he's gone. Sayonara. See ya. You're welcome, Notre Dame. Also, Notre Dame, I got a great idea for you. You know how the Ohio State does the Buckeyes on the back of their helmet? Because they have the nice, beautiful, shiny silver helmet, kind of like you guys have the nice, shiny gold helmet. Do a 4-leaf, or you can do 3-leaf if you want. I don't give a fuck. Clover, Buckeye style sticker stamp, and make it clear, but do like a green chrome or like a green Buckeye. Even if you just did clear with the white outline, this might look sick. But you just do the shamrock stickers on the back of the helmet and fill that gold helmet up. Just feel like it's missing something. I think that would be so cool. But yeah, I think if he wins the national championship, which Notre Dame, you better be in the fucking playoff next year with the fucking schedule you have. Go take a look at it. Oh my God. But yeah, Notre Dame, take care of business next week or next year. You're not playing next week. But you might be practicing. Coach Freeman, keep being a beast. If you got to beat another fucking dad up at a wrestling tournament, please do. I know my dad would do the same, and I'd love him for it. So I love Coach Freeman. I want to see him win a national championship. I want to see him play like a champion today, and then I want to see him coach in the NFL because he's a phenomenal leader of men, and that transfers into the NFL level, and guys really appreciate and respect that. But all right, thanks for those Ask the Class questions. Let's finish it off with our Big Mike of the week. What we do here on Detention Span. This is an ode to my old man, man who helped me build this studio, who took it off paper and made it what it is every week. I mean, this man was like Biggie Smalls and Samuel L. Jackson with the way he would always rock his Kangol hats and how smooth and cool he was and how smart he was. But we like to do the Big Mike segment of the week. The likes of big coaches, players, Sydney Sweeney, other coaches, other just dope people who've been on here. It's a real illustrious award we have for the class. And this week's Big Mike of the week is Sam Darnold. I'm writing it on the hat. It's Big Sammy. I knew at some point he would have to make this. So I'm putting Sammy and I'm putting Emerald on the Big Mike for fighting through that oblique injury, scaring me. But he came out and he did what he had to do. And everyone says it's the defense, it's the special teams, it's this, it's that. It's everybody, man. And Sam Darnold, he makes sure everybody's involved, and he rides with everybody, and everybody rides with him. And I know my dad would be loving some Sammy right now. He was excited to see him play this year, and I wish he could have. And I'm very, very blessed to be winning games. It's a very fun thing to do in the NFL. And it makes it fun to be a fan. And at the end of the day, we're all fans, and we're all just trying to have a good time, trying to drink some beer, smoke a stoke, have a laugh. It's what we do. That's why we're here. But like I said, guys, thanks for tuning in. Please go like and subscribe. Go follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Just check us out. Come hang out. We'll see who's in class next week. But until next time, you got Detention. I'll see you later. All right, Zoe. We got to get going. We got places to be, things to do, games to watch, maybe sleep to have.